Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we are looking at some computer magic. This is the Electric Dreams demo from the Epic Games team. This was unveiled at GDC 2023, showcasing a couple of new features in Unreal Engine. First thing you see here is the new substrate material system in action. Now this was demonstrated on a Rivian electric car running around a jungle environment. Well, the thing is, they got rid of the car, but they released the jungle environment. So if you want to go ahead and check this out, this is running in my editor. It's chugging a little bit at times. Some of this is actually procedurally driven as well. We'll look at that in just a moment, but this is basically a hybrid of a hand-painted level with some procedural generation stuff thrown in. Let's just zoom all the way out, and we got an idea what we're dealing with here. So that whole area over here, this is the procedurally generated area, and then a lot of this obviously is not made by hand, but you can go ahead and download this example if you want to see it. You do need to use Unreal Engine 5.2. You also need a somewhat beefy computer to run it. 2070 GPU, I think, is the min. This is my laptop, 3070 Ti, and you can see a little chug going on. Let's go ahead and actually run the demo, and then I'll show you some of the procedural generation stuff that's behind it. It's pretty impressive stuff. Now, I did click that play button, I do believe, so now I'm just waiting for it to start up. All right, here we go. So we now have drone controls over here. You can hear the environment going on. You use your mouse to move around. Basically, you can fly through the world and see the magic of Unreal Engine 5.2 graphics in action. What we've got down here, other than some wonky collision detection, again, this is the new substrate material system. It's sort of like our traditional PBR-based approach, but it gives you finer tuned controls, so you can do things like the fleck inside of a paint. We can also jump over to the procedurally generated area. This entire area is procedurally generated. We can also do a controlled fly-through like this and kind of give an idea of what the environment looks like. Yeah, it's an impressive demo. If you saw this at GDC, you got an idea of what you're dealing with. So again, if you want to go ahead and download this, I'll show you where you can get it in just a minute. But this is 60 gigabytes in size. It's going to take your computer a wee little bit of time to open this one up. And this one is really kind of pushing the limits of what my current machine can do. So just do be aware, if you don't have a machine from the last, say, 2 years, you're going to struggle a bit to run this particular demo. But yeah, if you ever wanted to check out that GDC demonstration a little bit more hands-on, you now have the opportunity. I'm going to leave out here, and I'm going to show you some of the procedural generation stuff now and how you can actually go about playing with it. So we're going to go here, we're going to come up here, and we're going to create a new level, and we'll create an open world level like so. And give it a second. All right, there we go. Let's now go down to the content drawer, and what you're going to want to do is locate, you want to go PCG and then assets, and you're going to want to locate this blueprint for procedural generation large assembly, and just drop that into your world. It gives you an idea of how procedural generation works. This is one of the things they used from that level. Obviously a lot more lightweight here instead of the entire thing being generated, but you're going to notice at the base down here, there is this spline controlling everything. We can grab a control point, and we can move it around, and then instantly you're going to see the immediate results of that. So this is basically, you're presenting a shape and a bunch of rules for how to create something, and then Unreal Engine is doing the rest. So let's just bring this out here so the shape will define that way. And we've got this guy over here. You're going to notice we've got a number of procedural generation settings going on. I can turn cliff on and off, like so. Landslide on and off, fallen trees on and off. You can change a number of different parameters and so on. You're going to notice if you come down here into PCG, you're going to find a number of different graphs, and they all kind of work together. So this is the large assembly graph that we are looking at right now. And yeah, that's what a PCG graph looks like. The graph that's actually handling everything that we see here, it's a lot like blueprints. So it's a flow graph of things. So calculating various different aspects of, so there's doing the landslide calculations. Yeah, so it's not a trivial thing, but this is how, so again, here is the logic for creating fallen trees. Here is the logic for creating the top surface, and so on. Here's the tree logic, and this goes together to create our what we just saw, that large graph, this guy right here, that is the graph controlling it. Now, you're going to notice there are a number of different graphs available here. So here is a simple spline example, a much simpler, more digestible way to come in. So this is a procedural spline, a lot simpler control to start with than the demo we just saw there. But you can see here, there is all kinds of proc gen stuff in here if you want to dig your teeth into exactly how it works. Again, you do need to use Unreal Engine 5.2 for this stuff. And again, this example is very, very large. So if you want to learn more about the Electric Dreams environment sample, there is a blog up on the Epic Games blog. It's very in-depth about what goes on here. So again, the highlight of this is the procedural generation. They kind of do an overview of what it's all about. This was to showcase the upcoming release of Unreal Engine 5.2, but that's already happened, obviously. Unreal Engine 5.2 is out, and once again, is what you are required to use this. This is also showcasing a couple of other technologies in action, specifically Quixel assets, the new substrate material system. They do have a sizzle reel showing kind of what we just showed in action earlier on. They talk about the new procedural generation framework, a tool set in early development for creating your own procedural content inside of Unreal Engine. Again, like Substrate, this stuff is not meant for production use. One of those things to be aware of. This is more of a, let's look at what the future is going to be all about. But the entire idea behind Proc Gen is that you can hand place things, and then the things that are kind of more in the background or need to be quickly done, you can do it through procedural generation. Should make things a lot faster. So other things going on here, they are using Quixel MegaScans. That is a resource of real-world scanned objects. Epic Games bought them a couple of years back. It is completely free to use the Quixel MegaScans library with your Unreal Engine project, commercial or otherwise, which is pretty awesome. So other features being used in this actual demonstration, so the new substrate system. Again, this is a new experimental material system. It's kind of like, again, the traditional PBR workflow with like 5 or 6 other categories of things like the sheen or luminescence of a surface, so you can have subsurface lighting, things like opal materials, and so on. This was again originally showcased on the Rivian, the paint job, but they took that out for some reason. I guess they don't have the license to distribute that. They're also showcasing Lumen, their new global illumination system, Nanite, their new LOD system, as well as Soundscapes, which you probably heard in action earlier on. These two, by the way, are actually, I think all 3 of these are good to go. This one is the only one that is considered an experimental feature. I got more details of it down here. As you can see, the little demo we opened up earlier on is one of these. So right here, the spline example, that graph controls this particular project. So there are a number of different things, from the full environment that we saw to a subset of the environment, a 4x4 procedural generation, a close-in version, the large assembly, which is what we saw in action, and so on. And then we got some details on getting you started, a video on, walking you through what you need to know and learn, and so on. Another interesting thing is you do need Unreal Engine 5.2, and you need to have a Core i9 3.6 gigahertz and an RTX 2080 with 8 gigabyte RAM or better to use like the full project. And again, that's the minimum recommended spec. This can be used commercially, which is very cool, as long as you're using Unreal Engine. If you want to go ahead and grab it, it is available at the Epic Marketplace, the Unreal Engine's Epic Game Store. We got the Electric Dreams environment. So it's in the Unreal Engine launcher. Now, interestingly enough, when I grabbed it from the store, I tried to grab it this way. This didn't work for me. It gave me an error. I actually had to open it up in the Epic Games launcher personally to get it to work. And again, it is 60 plus gigabytes in size, so do expect it to take some time. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Electric Dreams environment sample here. This was what they showcased at GDC. You can actually see how the magic is made, and it's impressive. It's impressive stuff for sure. The Proc Gen stuff is definitely going to be part of the future. It's going to be interesting to see how it is when it is finally released into Unreal Engine. I wonder how many versions it's going to take. But let me know what you thought here, what you think about Unreal Engine in general, and the Electric Dreams environment sample in specific, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.